Hockey Nation fans, welcome back to the second show of the day with the Hockey Nation live show with Coach Frenchy and the Boot and Michael Devellano directly from the West Coast, California. Michael, welcome back.
Thanks, Pierre. That was quite the game we watched.
Wow. When we try to come back every time we have a game, sometimes we cannot, but we try to come back right away. I'll be quicker, faster to do a show. And, that game I call this score is, final score is Anton Kudobin 4 and Tampa 1. Without him, is I think it's 19-4. It's like, he was
He,
unbelievable.
he,
Um, you know,
we continue to think of him as a backup. Like I know he's always been a very good goalie. Like his numbers have always been good, and people, but he's moved so much.
five
And
teams, five team. I think he's on the 11 or 14 years in the NHL, right? He has a
how long he's been playing?
yeah, and he
Wow.
is 1993. We mentioned before the game, like on the preview, we did a show tonight earlier about him, and he just continued what nobody believed he's going to do it. I believe, like at some point, I was going to text you, said, "Look, he looked
God,
like
it's been
Gum
that long.
Worsley, like he the same
Well,
shape, like."
it's so funny because we had said we were joking where you said, you know, this guy's not Richard Brodeur, which was the hero of Vancouver, right? And I was like,
Yeah,
maybe he is.
he maybe become that guy. He's just like, unbelievable. Let's start go through the
So
game quickly, and I want to start with that one over there. It was maybe one of the worst national anthem American sing before
was
the
it?
game.
I didn't hear it.
Oh my God, it
Who
was
sang
terrible.
it?
I don't know. It was terrible. Like he was never good
In
at
is
all.
this in Edmonton, right?
Yeah. Sometimes, NHL do the great things, do a lot of things,
Yeah.
and I understand and
Usually.
nobody understand, and what I mean. By the end of the day, it was not very good. A
How
lot of
hard is it to sing
comments.
the U.S. national?
I was all around the internet tonight. I was home. I was watching the game and check all the people. And the first 5 minutes, it was not about the game. It was all about the national anthem. So it is what it is.
Oh
But
no.
let's move on. Um, really strange first period. I feel like both team was not because they was not ready, but I think it was not a a great first period for both teams. I think there was more watching each other. I know they have a lot of hits. I understand that, but you're missing a lot of passing, and it was a strange period because if you think about this, the shot of the first period of Dallas 5, Tampa 4.
6. Yeah, it was like ridiculous. There was like it felt like no shots, but
Yeah, and then
and
Dallas.
yet there I don't know. There was a lot of physical play though. And I felt Dallas really, we kind of talked about this before. Like if you're going to have a chance to win, they have to exploit their size difference versus the smaller forwards, and they're going after point.
I was very
Like
surprised by the speed of Dallas. That was
well,
really
we
the
said
first play, or maybe Tempo.
I'm
I
not.
understand Dallas have 3 4 days off. I understand Tempo was a back to back, but at the end of the day, the speed
Still,
of Dallas and go all around. Dallas had 4 shots the first 6 minutes and only one
yeah.
shot after
Wow.
the last 13 minutes. So, we see the first goal of the game where before the goal, if you remember the check on Brendan Point in the corner, where it
Oh,
was
nuts.
really a great check because Point
Yeah.
turned his back at the last second, check, and what happened after that? Looked like 10.1 just jump on the Dallas player and they stopped to play for about 5 seconds, and then John Hanley score a wrist shot top shell, first of the playoff for him, but also first on his career in NHL. So great wrist shot over there, pass
That's
up
his first career NHL goal.
on in the playoff.
Oh, okay. Still,
So
I think he's only got one other goal, right? Like he's
yes,
not.
so it was a great,
That's
great
awesome.
shot and a great
And
check in the
it's
corner. And we see at that moment, I think you have Maroon go in the corner, McDonough go in the corner. You can see but Tampa was all balanced because of the situation with the body check in the corner and make the first goal of the game where it was a great shot. I don't think so. Vasilevsky can stop it. And at 5:40, he was Dallas. Where I think everybody was surprised he scored the first goal of the game. At that moment, it was 4 shots for Dallas, 1 shot only from Tampa until that moment. And then after that, he took 7 more minutes until a lucky goal. I don't know if you saw the goal from Tampa. Um, it was on the Yannick Gord.
Yeah, the Yanni Gord one.
Did you see one?
Well, it's the only goal that they got. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So it was like a slap shot from a shot from Coleman. But one thing you maybe not remember, but good road play, a great body check on the corner, about all 50-50, and then Coleman get a puck on the point shot, and he touched the leg of Gord, and then he touched the skate of Hands before he
little
go
pinball.
inside behind Kudubin. So Kudubin couldn't do anything about that. At that moment, the score was 1-1 with 7 minutes, 28 seconds to play. Nothing happened after that. It was just back and forth, nothing major. You know what I mean? It was just no, was not a boring game, period, but it was not like
No, there was a lot of physical play, I
that's the only
thought.
thing happening at the first period. All right? There was
For
just,
sure. You could see, like we said this before the game, and I said, look, if I'm the coach, I realize that there's a lot of small forwards, and I'm as fast as them because I think even though we're surprised how fast they are, I wasn't really because they can all skate. The
yeah,
only guy that's not a great skater is Pavelski and maybe Corey Perry, right? But you don't. He's just a rat around the net, so that's not his job. So you could see that speed is real. Like they have big bodies who are
yes.
fast, and they used it. They're pounding them, and
So
it wasn't
what I
about.
realized me Dallas was really targeting Point. Like he
Yep,
knows he's hurt, so he
totally.
point him. On the flip side, I see a lot of players of Tampa targeting Eskinen for
Oh
Dallas.
yeah,
I can see the trend between both
for
teams. They're
sure.
targeting one versus another one. So you can see this. I believe Point is not a 100%.
No, he's playing hurt.
This line until the second middle of second period, all three, Palat, Kisharov, and Point have only 1 shot on the net. So you can see at that moment there was really I really believe Point is not at the best.
But but what I think if you watch why is it's what we also said, which is the D are lugging the puck for Dallas, and it's possession. Like they're not afraid to skate through 2 or 3 zones.
Yeah,
And then they move the puck on entry aggressively and they're in deep because of it. And the other thing is, the forwards are quick, so they're able to hit them. So
exactly.
it actually, Hedman looked okay, but it wasn't great in their own zone. They didn't get a lot of shots, but I don't think they cared. I think they're
No,
just trying to look for
it was
the
five
exploit,
four the first period. At the second period, Tampa started with a penalty at Coleman. And then during that power play, Dallas have a lot of chance. Ratulov hit the post. Seguin missed a great opportunity on the rebound on the shot
That
of
guy's got
Eskinen.
2 goals.
Yes. So
It's getting ridiculous.
they could score, but unfortunately did not score. 5 minutes later, Coleman again back in the penalty box, and during time the power play was not very strong for Dallas. Not many chance, only 1 shot on the net. It's still 1-1 at that moment. Tampa was there, but did not do a lot during the first 7, 8 minutes, 12 minutes of the second period, and then suddenly I believe he was maybe the best impressive player for me. It was Jimmy Alexia. Alexia scored
Like
at
again,
12:30.
so what did we talk about, right? We talked about if you're the coach, you give those D on Dallas a green light, so you have extra bodies. He skated right to the net and got his own rebound.
Yes,
Like, what the hell? And he has good hands. He's a 6'7" guy that does not look like he's 6'7".
it was a
Like
great
he handles the
shot.
puck well. Great shot, gets his own rebound, then picks the corner up pretty much like a little tip, but
Yes. I
he's
believe
he's very impressive. Like what team would not want Jamie Alexiak right now?
6'7", 250, 255. Uh, you know what is impressive from him? Fifth goal of the playoff.
I was gonna say like
You know, we
he's
always
got
talking
three
about
more goals than
Glenberg.
Sagan.
We talk about Glenberg. We talk about Eskinen, right? And we said early at the preview game. If you listener watch us earlier at 7 o'clock, we talk about him. Where's the core of Dallas, the 4D, right? Eskinen, Linden, Oleksiak, and also Glenberg, they all play so good. If they play that level, I think Tampa is going to have a lot of trouble. So they score at 12:30 at that moment, and then suddenly, Mister, Mister Surprise
TV
of the
Ronta, man.
Kiri Venta. Remember Kiri Venta with a hat trick
TV
against
Ronta.
Colorado when Michael said he's never going to score any other goal for the rest of his career. Finally
Trick. He's never gonna
score.
score
At the his fifth of the playoff,
again. You know,
and assist on Lendl and Glenberg at 19:30. It was another shot where he was rebound. He shot, touched the skate of Shattenkirk, and then he shot right away. I think Vasilevsky was not ready for that rebound. I think
no, like
he was not good on that one. I think he should save it.
Vasilevsky for the first time did not look sharp.
No,
Like there was a couple of goals that were like tips and flips. You know, like
the first shot of the game on the I think it was Pavelski if I remember shotgun he get the end inside of the blocker and the puck go left where he thought he was beat. So I think he may be nervous. Who knows what happening with him?
for sure. Like even the fourth goal, he was down on his knees way too early in the play. Like he was collapsed and his stick was out.
So what
Like
happened
he
on that one on the third goal is they have a block shot and that's why he go down on that block shot. But again, it was a great shot after that for
no,
Kiri.
no, he's down when the puck's behind the net.
Which one? The
The
third
puck is
one?
behind the net, and he's already on his knees like this, and he swings his stick out, and then he swings it this way, and then he comes out, and he's still down.
So
It's like what
I
he's
believe that
meant.
one. I believe that one. It's not. It's the one on Oleksiak, the second goal.
That was was it?
Yes, yes. No, I know what you're talking about. He was not holding his stick properly. The stick was
Yeah, he
up.
wasn't.
I remember that.
Let
Yeah,
me look at it again here.
because
Uh,
Kirivanta, it was a black shot from the D. Pick up his
if you're
shot,
wrong.
he get the rebound, and he shoot
Oh
about
yeah,
6 feet on the
but
left
at the
side.
fourth goal though was Dickinson.
The third one, the four is the empty net.
Well, third is Kiviranta. Fourth,
Yeah. The four,
the
the
4-1 goal was
yeah,
Dickinson, right?
it's
So,
yeah.
anyways, I think here's one thing that I observed. Even though Tampa outshot them, let's see, let's watch what happens. They clear it off the glass. They lose the puck. Oh, that's empty netter. Okay, you're right. So, this is what I noticed. I don't know if you noticed this. Is first of all, Pavelski was finding the open man, the trailer, a lot. And there was a ton of time, all the time for the trailer when he got the puck on the guy's stick. Like, I feel like Tampa is being backed off by the size and speed of those forwards. And the back check is like, it's too wide. So they're not picking up guys in the middle, even though they're not getting a lot of shots. When they are, there's a lot of room between them and the defender. And they're low in the zone when they're picking them up. So I didn't notice them picking them up at the blue line.
Now,
If they are, the third guy was having time. It was crazy.
if you talk about this, like the system, everything, what I evaluate something tonight is for the first time, Tampa play again where usually they dump the puck, they chase the puck, and they go first. For the first time, we have four defensemen can pick up the puck quicker, can take the puck, the loose puck, and then come back again. So Tampa have a difficult time now to use their style where it was like Islanders slow defensemen, so they can pick up, they can press, they can expose, right?
Do that now.
Now they
But
cannot.
even like I'm watching the first goal, right? And this illustrates it, right? So you look at the first goal. It's off, they face off at center. Sagan let's see, is this who is 25? Is that Kiwi Ranta?
Yeah,
And then 24, and
hands.
all you see is Tampa, Tampa. There's Hines, and then the goal scorer has so much time. There's a blue shirt, and a blue shirt, and a line of them this way, and then there's all this gap in the slot.
Is that the first
So
goal
that
you're
was
talking about?
yeah,
So that's the one
yeah,
where Point got killed in the corner.
in the corner.
Yep.
And again,
What
but
happened in
so much
there?
time.
But what happened in there? Everybody stopped for Tampa. They was
That's the
controlling the
Hanley
ball.
goal.
They turn around. So that's what happening there. So the
The
Phillies.
maroon goes to hit him, Klingberg. Oh, this is after the first goal. Anyways, this is the Tampa goal, the fluke. What a
So
fluky goal.
the end of the second period was 3-1 for Dallas. The shot for that one was 13-10 for Dallas. And honestly, it was 18-14 at that moment. Shot for Dallas after two period, where the score, it was really what it was. I think Dallas played a little bit better to Tampa at that moment. Then at the end, the second period, where we saw Pat Maroon shoot the puck on the bench of Dallas, where everybody got upset about that one over there, and
Yeah.
then he got a 10-minute. And the reason I'm talking about this is because when you play with 11 forward and you lose one, now it become 10. Again, that changed everything about that one over there. Fortunately for the Tampa, I don't know what happened between second and the third. I don't know what Coach John Cooper said to the team. And I don't know what Dallas was trying to say. You know what, we have to go. We're going to maybe play on the hill. But Tampa was all over Dallas. All over Dallas. They have, the shot was 22 versus 2 on Dallas, where the third period it was all about Anton Kubinin, amazing save after
Crazy.
save, shot after shot, save after save. Your one, I don't know if you remember, the puck go on the air, come back, he pick up, he was completely reversed. He saved one time with the mask. I don't know if you see that one go down,
I missed that one.
a shot for Kisharov. Then after that, he got one big one with again Killorn about his glove save. The third period without him, it was like it would be like
Very one-sided.
yes. At that moment, one thing I want to remind you this part, that Tampa and the last three games, they are 0-14 on power play. That's
Wow.
not Tampa. This is not Tampa. Something they have a chance on power play tonight, but Dallas was played so well, aggressive, pick up the puck. Oleksiak play an amazing short-ended. They have three opportunity. I think undisciplined of Dallas is the third period. You got Dickinson send the puck, Como send the puck in the fence on the sand, lose 2 minutes. Then Seguin with a tripping with his skate out. He was not right to do that. You have to be smarter. They cannot do more penalty because they're going to get burned if they want. They're going to get
Yeah.
burned if they want to do that. Because Tampa have too much punch on the. So the third period, honestly, was 22-2. Was all about over Kudubin. It was amazing. I want to just give you a couple of stats. 36-20, like I just mentioned, 0-2-0-3 on power play. And then we have 50 hits from Dallas, 56 hits from Tampa, 100,
Really?
106 hits during the game. That's
They're
amazing.
saying you think in the third period was a lot when were their hits? Because that seems weird to me, but
They
maybe I
hit
was
a lot, Tampa. Like at the first 5 minutes of the game, Tampa was
yeah, I
all
guess
over
that's
Dallas.
true.
And then
I
after
guess
that, he turned around. But the third period, everybody was hitting everywhere on the corner because the puck was always on offensive side. So all the
yeah, I guess that's true.
render, it was check all the defensemen behind there. You get the big hit of McDonald on Eskinen where he loses his glove. I mean, he did a 360. The good thing about Dallas, 26 shot block and 18 block from Tampa. that gave right now 62 at them shot from Tampa. We set up earlier if Tampa cannot shot over 40, Dallas have more chance to win. And Dallas always be a trouble thing. That's a
So
maybe
weird.
Dallas right now at 36. They gave shot tonight. That's one of the lowest shot gave uh, against like the last six game. That's amazing me. So the three-star of the game, Anton Kubota.
Could open.
Kudoben, yeah, it should be like this, but we need to mention
Could open.
we need to mention Jimmy Alexiak. I think he
Yeah.
played an amazing and he scored, but his physicality on defensive side, the stick at protect the puck, he was unbelievable. I'll be honest with you, I was more impressed by him tonight at Clenburn. I'll be honest with you, he was more efficacious. He was better to any other D for Dallas here tonight. And then the third one they gave to Henley. But I think for me, I really like what you mentioned earlier. Pavelski play a solid game because we don't do the details of the game. He don't skate hard, but he does the right things a lot, pushing the puck to the
Always.
left, pushing the puck, sausage pass over there. Defensively,
So
he
great.
was great. So I think we
And
should.
again, he was finding like this is what I kept noticing is he drew a lot of attention. He would have the puck, and he got the open man a lot.
Yeah,
Like even though they had a lot less shots, I think there's a reason they scored 4 goals. Like they're giving Dallas too much respect. Like
I
there's
agree
too
with
much
you.
space. You're not going to be able to like keep them out of scoring that way. I mean, whereas Dallas doesn't really, even though they're getting a lot of shots, Dallas really makes an effort to try and stay close to their check. So
Yes.
it's now the third period was a little crazy, but so I
One
guess we'll
thing,
see what happens.
a good row. I have 12 hits tonight.
Wow, holy crap!
And then we have to mention you talk about Jimmy Olechek. He has six hit tonight. That's not happen a lot for defensemen like a big number. Like usually it's three, four,
Yeah,
sometimes five.
because you don't want to be out of position, right? They want
Yeah.
to keep position.
Then talking about shot on the goal, shot in Kirk tonight. I have six shot on the net.
Wow.
So that's pretty good on that one. It was the most player and the both team. One I want to pay you attention. I don't get it. And explain me why this. I don't get it. Tyler Johnson play over 17 minutes. Is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the seventh forward with the most minutes for Tampa. Usually he play 13, 14 minutes every game. Tonight you have 17 minutes. So I don't know why he was
You think
more,
it was? You think it was too much?
but they never use him. All playoff
Yeah.
about 12 to 14 minutes. Tonight they gave him 17 minutes. Um,
Yeah.
we know maybe because
I
we
don't
don't
get
know
it
right
because
now.
honestly, like I think he should like he is supposed to be one of the big guns on that team. The guy was the second or third lead. He had like 24 goals this year, didn't he? Or is it 17? Maybe he had a down year. I think he had a down year, right?
Yeah, he has 14, 17. But I want to
Yeah.
mention this to you, like two stats right there. Good row at 14 minutes, but Coleman only 12 minutes. So he really
He's
used
been
more
playing like a lot.
offensive at the third line. One stat I want to mention to you where they have to get better. Gord have only 22% on faceoff.
Well, what did I say the beginning was going to happen?
Cirelli only 38. The only player have a great night is Brendan Point at 85.
Which shocks me. But I think, at the very beginning, when we talked just before the game, I was like, listen, I think Dallas has a significant difference down the middle, even without Faxa. Like Pavelski, Hins, and Sagan, they're going to win more faceoffs. I'm actually shocked at Point. I'd be curious to see who Point won his faceoffs against.
But it's easy. Usually, Seguin have a great night tonight, 67. Pavelski, 62. Ben
Hins was
53 and Ants 50. The only one struggle a little bit is Dickinson, but he played on the four line, so he has only
gonna
33.
go. I I think that it's amazing because as a coach you try to break down and you figure out what are my matchups, where's my strengths and weaknesses, what do I have to exploit, and that's the way I think when I'm before the game, especially a game like this is very very important. And you go, listen, we talked about this. I'm going to activate my D. I'm going to make sure that my big centermen are pounding down on them, and I'm going to go after those little forwards. And that was the difference in the game. Aside, I mean, the goaltending was phenomenal.
Yeah,
So I
well,
think
honestly, you know, what I mean, like
the goaltender was great, but I
the
think
game.
those things are what won it for them. Like it could have been a 1-1 game, right? They didn't have
Yeah,
to get 4 goals.
but again, it's all about Anton could have been tonight. The good thing for Tampa when they go back home, they was said we play a solid third player. We can play like that. I think they have more chance. It's only one game. One game don't show everything, but I think for me tonight, I will get out this. I was impressed by the speed of Dallas, and I was impressed by how the 4D played Dallas, but more by Jimmy Oleg Siak. I believe Jimmy will
Yeah,
play.
it's so
He
good.
was. I was really impressed about him tonight. He deserved the second. The only reason he's not a first star is because Kuduben was amazing. Um,
Yeah,
you know, now slowly we cannot mention this yet. Still have more game to go, but at some point, I believe on the other side, Kuduben is the Connie Smite at that moment,
oh,
and then
oh yeah,
and Tampa right now, whatever Point did, whatever Kushera did, I have to go with Edmund so far. So we'll see
I
what
think Edmund.
happening. I believe we're going to see what happening the next couple of games, but
But
overall,
a couple of things about Alexiak. Do you know who that his sister was an Olympic gold medalist?
yes, she was like Team Canada.
And then he lost a tooth tonight.
Oh yeah,
Lost a tooth, had a roughing penalty, a goal,
they have six shot on six
six
hit
shot,
six
six
hit
hits.
on tonight.
So
It was
somebody
really
on.
the one really. If you have a chance to see more of the game, you can see how they play well. They gave three power plays, so a great game. Sometimes you have to steal a game like that. They
Tampa's
still
got to come back big time.
Tampa, we have to figure out. I'm not worried about them. They have a lot of punch. You're going to figure out. It's a good pin coaching. But again, what people maybe thought is going to be easy, like we
I
said every series before that, right? Remember we said Calgary's maybe I picked Calgary in 6, 7, and they beat them. Then we said Colorado, well, they have no chance against
oh,
Colorado.
I was hoping Colorado would win the cup.
But we
Like I
thought
was
at
like,
some
man,
point, Colorado,
major
per se, they
injuries
got
and goalies.
injuries, open the door for Dallas, but that's part of the game, that's part of that, right? And then after
Yeah.
that, then Vegas, we said that's the end Dallas again because Vegas have too much punch, and then um,
Well, they
the
exposed Vegas for what their problems are. I think Vegas has got a real problem.
so now tonight we thought that Tampa is going to be fine, and
They show
unfortunately
us again, man. They're
we are,
teaching us every single time.
we are at the end of the day,
You want to, you know what's
we are
crazy
one
is
again.
that Alexiak had 3 goals all year, and he had no goals. He had 4 goals the year before.
So, great game tonight. Any more to said before we close the show for tonight? And
So I think the X factor is going to be, does Stamkos come back, and does he have any impact? He's been out a long time with an ab surgery, bad ab tear. It's not good. That's a tough injury to come back from. If he does come back, hopefully he doesn't come back too soon, first of all. He has the potential to be a huge difference maker, even just emotionally. He doesn't
I
even have to do
think
anything off
if you talk that way, I think not only emotionally, I think more about on the
the
bench,
power play.
like
Oh,
still on the
totally.
bench, leadership,
Totally.
the way he talk, the way
Yeah.
his body language, and to play, and then boom, maybe something. Now, I would say to you, my X factor for the first game is to see how Brendan Point is because right now he's not played the level for the last two games. You know, he got a point last game.
Nice hurt.
I think he's really hurt. We don't know the nature of the injury, really, honestly. But I think the next couple of games we're going to see what he can bring on the offensive. So it'll be someone I'm going to watch a little bit more on that side of there. Um, until other players, Dallas become the first number one with the most the goal by the D, but some point somehow they need Seguin to do more on the offensive side because they cannot always think about Jimmy Ben or Rezulov or Pavelski or Kuryanov, but they need more from Seguin on the offensive side. He tried, not say he don't play a bad game, but I think that's the two players I'm going to look more for the game number two. It would be Monday night at 8 p.m. So thanks again, Michael. I love to have you.
Thanks, guys.
First time we do 11. Now we do like every 12 hours. Just kidding.
I
But it
know.
was great to do this right away after the game. It's new stuff.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
down.
it's good for everybody to watching. Thank you, Hockey Nation fans, to be with us tonight. And be ready for game number two, Monday night, 8 p.m. Thanks, Mike. Have a great night. I will see you tomorrow.
Take care. Get
All
some
right,
sleep.
everyone.
Good night.
Good night, man.